What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we are going to take a look at this beautiful Protech. This is the TR3 operator, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about this beautiful, beautiful knife by a wonderful, wonderful company. This is the Protech TR3 operator. And if you haven't been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've actually been lusting over Protech. Protech has been making some excellent models. This is absolutely not a new model at all. The TR3 has been out for a while. This, however, is the operator series, so it's a little bit rarer, a little bit more expensive than the regular TR3, but as far as the platform itself, it's just a wonderful knife, been out for a while, tested and trued. Now, I brought this box out just because I really love Protech's packaging. They have the little slip, magnetic clasp, you know, the little bag, and then the kind of velvet little pouch that comes with. I love their packaging, so I always have to mention that because it just makes me happy whenever I got a Protech. Now, this one is provided by my good friend, excuse me, I promise I don't have Corona. My good friend, Justin, over at Tier 1 Tactical. I will have his link down below for his YouTube and his Instagram page. Because he has just been such an awesome guy. We've, exchanging some knives back and forth. We're both a part of a couple of pass-around groups, and we've become really good friends. So definitely go check out Justin over at Tier 1, because he's just awesome. And he's awesome mainly because he let me borrow this knife, because I really, really dig it. Now, the TR3 is actually probably one of the most popular models out of the Tactical Response, is what TR stands for, just because of its size. It is a very... not too large, not too small blade. I guess we can go, it's about 8 inches overall. So, right there in that sweet spot, you get a blade length of about 3.5 inches. You got a cutting edge of about 3 1/4. The blade thickness is about 130 thousandths. It's a full flat, well, I say it's more of a saber grind. So it's a flat grind, but it doesn't go all the way up. Comes relatively thin behind the edge. I don't have my calipers. I had to bring them back to work, so I don't have them with me, but relatively thin behind the edge. It does slice very well. Classic drop point blade with a very nice swedge on it. Actually, the ones that don't have the coating on the blade, the satin ones, really look attractive, I have to admit. They do a really good job on that. But this one, as being an operator, is all blacked out, no branding on either side. It has the tritium insert, which you don't have to charge. It's always going to glow because it's radioactive. No danger. But that's pretty cool. You don't have to charge it up. So if this knife is on your nightstand at night, you will see that little glow of green right there. This one has these fish scale patterns, which I think is beautiful. I really think it adds a little bit of grip, not much, but it adds just enough grip to, I think, be functional. I think it looks really good, and they kind of get rid of it right there just for the pocket clip, which we'll go over in a minute. In typical Protech fashion, this is a 154 cm blade. Now, a lot of people... kind of still balk about that, about Protech still using 154 cm. I do think 154 cm is a great steel. I think it's got relatively good edge retention. It's a stainless steel, and it's really easy to sharpen. It takes a wicked edge. So I am not going to knock the 154 cm. However, Protech is offering some knives now in 20 CV, and a lot of people like 20 CV. I like 20 CV. So, it's just one of those things, that if you're going to buy a Protech, more than likely it's 154 cm for the most part. Now, these are, of course, automatic knives out the side. And in typical Protech fashion, in my opinion, Protech makes the absolute best side opening autos, hands down. I was able to check out a couple. One big manufacturer, a Microtech, SOCOM Elite auto. That one hit harder than anything I've ever felt. However, I think it was almost too hard, to be honest with you. These hit hard, but it's almost that perfect serenity between hitting hard and being able to close one-handed so easily like that. I mean, it's super fast, but you can close it one hand. That spring tension is just that perfect mix, and I really, really dig it on the Protechs. They really know what they're doing when it comes to side opening autos. Let's go ahead and get a few size comparisons. We're going to do the normal. Here it is against the Spyderco Para 3. And here it is against the PM2. As you can see, the PM2 was just got it by a little bit, but pretty close to the PM2 as far as size. Those are two knives that I think most people are aware of and can kind of get an idea. I have two other Protechs. I do love Protechs. I have the Magic Whiskers. Definitely a smaller knife than the TR3. And then I have the Protech S&G. The Strider S&G, pretty similar in size, definitely a wider profile with the Strider. This one is a little bit more sleek, thinner blade. I love the Strider Ergos because of the finger choil. You guys, if you watch my videos, you know how ergonomic this knife is. So how is it on the TR3? Well, the Ergos are really, really good. Like, I can't say amazing because the Ergos on something like the PM2 really work for me. The way I have a finger choil, I can choke up and back, or on the Strider. This one doesn't have that. You can kind of choke up there, but it really is not the best idea. But the Ergos are still really amazing. There is no jimping on the blade. It doesn't need it. You are locked in there. This area right here it kind of comes to a point, but for most knives that have flipper tabs, I can feel my finger kind of dig in there. This one does not have that. No hot spots whatsoever. I just feel really locked in. Of course, it's a tactical knife. The reverse grip with this little area around here and the jimping on this back side work absolutely wonderful. I mean, this is definitely a tactical knife, but such a great size and utilitarian blade shape that it makes for an excellent EDC. One thing that I'm very, I love Protech for is their pocket clips. So let me just kind of show you these. Now, I don't have my Mordax anymore. I did trade for another knife for that. But as you can see here, this is a Strider clip. So it's an S&G design made by Protech, and they keep their Strider clip. So this one is really only unique towards the Strider. This one on the Magic Whiskers, I really think is an excellent, almost perfect pocket clip. It is deep carry with recessed screws and flat heads. I mean, goes in and out of pocket, sips deep. I really think that most people would consider this to be an excellent pocket clip. They do have some that are shorter, however. On this one, you got a little bit different. This one is kind of a 3-hole, like a Benchmade, and I believe you can actually put Benchmade pocket clips on these. Don't quote me on that because I haven't tried it. But as you can see, it's flattened out. The fish scale pattern is flattened out there, so it doesn't really get in the way of going in and out of your pocket. Now, a regular Benchmade deep carry pocket clip would probably fit on here and do just fine. I think I've seen some people do that on Instagram, but the pocket clip works well. I mean, you got a little bit of knife sticking out of your pocket, but in my opinion, if it's a tactical knife, deep carry is not the best thing. So that's just my personal opinion. But I think it carries perfectly fine for most people's applications, even in an EDC setting. Yeah, you've got a little bit sticking up, but it should be fine. Now, of course, if you live in a state that doesn't allow blades over 3 inches or automatics in general, then this is definitely not for you. My suggestion is to call your legislator and tell them to stop making fear-based crap laws, or move to a state like mine where we can carry basically whatever we want. We'll stop there. But anyways, I love freedom, people. So anyways, as far as a EDC knife, I don't think you could get any better. If you want an automatic side opener, you have to look at Protech. Now, this is not the only one that they make. They make many. I think this is a great choice, but you have, the TR2 all the way to the 5. They got different sizes. I mean, this one in particular, this is the operator, but you have you know, basically a regular one with a satin blade, and you got basically just has little grooves here. You have a blacked out one that doesn't have the fish scale. Just so many variations, and they even make what they call customs, which are just really super special. They cost more money. I mean, the base model of this thing for just your regular TR3 is about $150. For $150, holy moly, yes. I think it's absolutely worth it. If you can find them in stock, excuse me, I think you should pick one up if you're looking for a good side auto. 100%. Now, this one, the Operator Series, is $250. I personally do not think that it warrants a $100 more price tag. In my opinion, now I really wanted, when I was looking for this, I really wanted the Operator, which was a lot more expensive for the S&G. But I'm actually glad I didn't. I got this one, and I just don't know. For me, a lot of people are different, and a lot of people like just that really cool, killer, blacked out, just tactical awesomeness with the tritium insert. And if that's worth it to you, then that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I don't think it would be worth it for me to try to track one of these down. These are kind of hard to find. You can get the regular ones, I think, all day long, but the Operators are really hard to find. I just don't know if it would be that for me, but I mean, like I said, base price $150, and then they go up from there. You know, you got some models that are $165, some that are like right at $200, depending on what you're getting. They all have the same steel and the aluminum handles. They just have different finishes. So excellent choice. I really do love it. I love the fact that I'm able to experience this thing, like I have, because this has just been super, super fun. I do like autos. I don't have a lot. Like I said, I've only got 2, but they are just really, really fun, guys. If you have not, if you don't have an auto in your collection, go look at Protech. Get an auto in your collection. I guarantee you're going to have fun with it. You know, as far as the way the action is, I mean, there really is just the button and it flips out. And the thing is it's really easy to close one-handed. But doing this, I could do this all day, fellas. It's so much fun. Drives my wife crazy, but it's fun. So, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by and checking this knife out with me. I absolutely love Protech. This knife in particular, the Operator, is just sleek, cool, and just it blows my mind, the craftsmanship, the fit and finish that you get for the money with Protech. 100% USA made, so we all love that, America. And but guys, I really appreciate everybody who subscribed. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe bell if you are like this kind of stuff. I will be doing 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so if you stay tuned for that, you'll be able to enter to win some cool gear. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. I appreciate everybody, especially Tier 1 Tactical, who has supported this channel by letting me use this knife. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Guys, stay safe out there in this crazy world that we're living in, and we will see you in the next one.